Would you say that caring is a vocation?
It's a vocation in life, most definitely. Yes.
And what does that mean when you say vocation?
I think that it's how you are as a person, your empathy that you can show, how you consider people, the respect you have for people, rather than sort of what you're gaining, like salary-wise. And good.
Job satisfaction?
Job satisfaction, yes, definitely.
Is there a typical day?
No, there's organisation to a degree, but every day is different. Different things happen.
Well, if you could take us back over the last 7 days, for example, what type of things have happened over the last 7 days?
Within the home, we've had some people that have become poorly. We've had a new resident come in, so we've had a new admission. We've had a day trip. Our residents went out to a day trip. We had sadly also had a funeral to attend. So every day is different.
So a day trip, where did you go? What happened?
They went to 13 of the residents went to Tropical Wings in South Woodland Ferries, and they spent the day that we used the company. It's got a minibus, which is excellent. Helps us to provide day trips for the residents, and they went about 10:30. They had a meal there. Got pictures with them with wallabies and the butterflies. And they come back today. The residents are talking about their day trip to Tropical Wings yesterday. So
there's a lot of added on there, because you're being on a trip one day. That remains part of the conversation for a long time. Is that right?
Yes, it does. Yes, because it makes such a difference in the residents' lives to actually go out and do something that is different from the general day-to-day for themselves. Within a home, we try to arrange as many activities as possible within the environment, but it's also lovely for them to go outside and have a good day trip out.
So there's the emotional part of it. How about your job though, about paperwork? Is that an increasing demand?
What, for a trip out?
No,
or in general?
In
most
general.
definitely, yes, there is a lot of paperwork involved in care. We have to provide lots of information, evidence of what we're doing, so that causes more and more paperwork coming along. It's more so evidence of what we're doing in everyday care.
It must be a hard job to leave Whitecroft at the end of the day, drive out and then go home. Do you you're something thinking about the job all the time?
You think all the time, yes. You very rarely shut off because obviously you're caring for elderly people and you want to make sure that everything's right for them. But you never ever stop thinking about them or thinking about different things that you could do within the environment to improve things, to improve areas.
So would you say, are you the finished article as a manager, or are you always learning?
We're always learning, I think. There's always room in different areas because things change, residents get different needs, so you're always looking at areas that can benefit them and that you can improve within the care in the environment.
And what about young people who are at college or thinking about, they may not want to be the next pop idol or X Factor, actually might want to do a job in caring? What's your advice to them?
I do take students coming in from colleges and even schools doing their Trident to come in and experience time with us, and I think a lot of the time it does help them because they'll go away and it is something they want to do, they pick up what they want to do, but I think it's a very rewarding job.
Right. Rona, how did you first get involved in the caring profession?
Well, I started off at South Rockington Mental Hospital when I was very young and progressed from there really. I left and had 2 children, and then that was the only thing really that I wanted to do. So I went back, once my children grew up, I went back and done it part-time and eventually went full-time and built up from there.
And for those, the world of South Rockington Mental Hospital, the world of caring profession in Bennett Lodge today, has it changed?
An awful lot, yes it has.
In what ways?
Obviously there's a lot more paperwork. There's a lot more difference in the residents, obviously, than what we care for now than what we did care for years ago. There's a lot more dementia residents out there now that are in the homes.
And have you learned a lot about dementia in your time at Bennett Lodge?
Quite a lot, but there's always more to learn. There's always different people. Dementia's so different, it's so varied. There's all sorts of different dementias. People come in and all their habits and ways are different. There's never two the same.
And Bennett Lodge, is it a home? Is it a home?
Very much so a home. We try to keep it home from home. We try to meet everybody's needs the best way we can, and we try to create their own little home for them within their rooms and within the home environment.
But you're not just within the home, you're part of the Chadwell community.
We are, yes.
How is that expressed?
Well, we do use the local pubs. We take some residents over there for lunch. We've got quite a good relationship with the pubs. Last Saturday, some residents went to the Tilbury football game. So we do try to keep it in the community feel. We use the Chadwell opticians. We use the local dentist, so we use our own fruit and veg from Chadwell. He delivers from there. So we try to keep the community within the community so that they support us as well.
That's an important point, because talking about the fruit and veg was important that Chadwell community, the businesses flourish as well as part because of you. And also, what about other visits? I know some of the other homes go out on visits out with the borough. Does the same happen at Bennett Lodge?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Where have you gone recently?
Where have we gone recently?
It's okay. We've already really covered that question.
I can't even remember.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll crack on. We call it a caring profession. Are you learning all the time?
All the time. There's always something new coming up. There's always different rules and regulations that the CQC are kindly giving us. Always new things in the newspapers, always new things on the television that have come up that we can all learn, and always different experiences what people learn from.
But you can't kid a kidder with CQC, you get good results, don't you?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
But you're always looking to improve in that way?
Of course, everybody is.
But we mentioned how we're asking some serious questions here. Is it fun?
It can be really good fun. If you get a really good day and you've got a really good group, you can make it fun. It's not always mundane day to day because every day is different, but if you've got functions going on, you make it fun. You make it a fun day for the residents. And a lot of the residents, they must have some rich histories. Definitely, yeah, we have, yeah.
Do you sit down sometimes and chat to them?
We take a life story of each one of them anyway when they come in the home.
And that must take a long time.
It does, yeah. We've got quite some interesting characters in the home at the moment, actually.
And are you surprised at the rich history that people have? Is it very fascinating?
It is fascinating. We're not surprised because obviously their age and they've got an awful lot of history, these people, because a lot of them are very, very old. But their generation is to be respected because of the war and everything that they've done for the country, so you need to respect that.
The day-to-day running of a care home must involve a lot of paperwork, a lot of organisation of your staff.
A lot of hard work, yeah.
Do you sometimes have to have hard skills and soft skills, as they say?
Yeah, we do, definitely.
But to young people who are thinking about going into the profession, what's your advice? Well,
I think they should come in, try it, see if it suits them. Depending on the personality of the person as well, I think that's got a lot to do with it, whether they're suited to that role, because it's not everybody's cup of tea.
So what is a personality that will be suited to the role?
Somebody with a caring streak in them, and somebody that's not at all selfish.